Okay, guys, we're going to solve quadratic inequalities. So remember, when we're dealing with inequalities, we are going to be shading, okay? So let's start off with number one. So what I did here is I plugged this into my calculator, okay? And my calculator gave me my graph. And what I looked for is I looked for my solutions, my x-intercepts here and here, and it came out to be 3, 0, and negative 2, 0. And then I looked down here and I just noticed my y-intercept was at 0, negative 6. Okay, but make sure you get your intercepts. That's important. 3, 0, and negative 2, 0. So I have a solution at 3, and then one here at negative 2. Now, the shading portion of this, we're either going to shade above the x-axis on the left and on the right, or we're going to shade below the x-axis. So in this case, we look at our inequality symbol, and it's a less than. Okay, the 0 represents y. So here is where y is equal to 0, right here. Y is equal to 0 along here. So since it is less than, since our function is less than 0, we will shade below. Everything that you see below y equals 0, we're going to shade. Okay? So let's take a look. So a sign graph is just telling us is the graph positive or negative from negative 2 on the left of negative 2. So over here the graph is positive. Okay, between negative 2 and 3 the graph is negative. So here we have the negative, and up here we have the positive. And then over here to the right of 3, again we have positive. That's a sign graph that tells us the sign of our function. Positive above the x-axis, negative below. So our answer is going to be the shaded region. So we're going to go from negative 2, it's less than x, which is less than 3. Notice there's no equal sign. It's going from negative 2 to 3. So all values between negative 2 and 3 are solutions to this inequality. Okay? Now, if this was an equal sign, the solutions would be negative 2 and 3. Okay? But they're not. It's not an equal sign. It's a less than. So only the values between negative 2 and 3. Between. Okay? All right, let's take a look at number 2. So notice that it's the same parabola, the same function. What's different? That's right, we have a greater than symbol. Okay, so I'm going to pause the video and draw this in. You should do the same. Okay, let's see where we're at here. So I drew it again, probably not as good as the first time. But this time, notice the sign from left of negative 2 is still positive. The sign between negative 2 and 3 is negative, and it's positive on the right. So sign graph stays the same. Now, greater than, so we're going to shade the graph above y equals 0. Above. So that means our solution is going to be all values less than negative 2. Okay, so x is less than negative 2. Okay. And we also have x is greater than 3. Okay. Oh, by the way, we're going to put the word or, actually not and, but or in between the two solutions. Number 3. All right, let's walk through this one together. So let's plug it in. I'm going to go to y equals. Okay, graphing it. Okay, so we have a reflection over the x-axis, so we're going to have a solution here at 1, 2, at negative 3, 0. So when I graphed it, 1, 2, 3, so negative 3, 0. And then the other one looks like it's about in between 0 and 1. So I'm thinking it's going to be about right there. But let's find out. Remember to check this, we go to second calc. We're looking for the 0. Okay, we're going to go to the left of that 0, enter. We're going to go to the right, enter, enter. So yes, so the other solution is 0.5. So we got one at negative 3 and the other one at 0.5. Now I'm going to go ahead and check on my y-intercept here. I'm going to go to my table, see if I can see it. Sure enough, there it is, 0, 3, 0, 3. Not too important, just helps me graph it a little bit better. So let's see, the vertex might help. Can we see the vertex here? No, I don't think we can. No. So let's do the vertex real quick. So second calc, maximum. Enter. You know, I don't know why I'm spending so much time on this. It's just a sketch. So vertex negative 1.25, negative 1.25, and then up here. It's not too important for what we're doing right now. Okay, so here we go. Sine graph. Negative 3, 0.5. Okay, to the left of negative 3, positive or negative? Remember, negative is down here, positive is up here. So negative, okay, from negative 3 to 0.5, it's positive. And from 0.5 bigger, it's going to be negative because the values are negative going down. Solution. Well, it's greater than or equal to 0, so we're going to shade above. Greater than is positive, less than is negative. Okay, so when we write our solution, we're going to go from negative 3 to 0.5. Notice the equal sign because we have an equal sign here. Okay, let's take a look at number 4. Okay, so we got an issue here. Okay, we need to make this 0. So we're going to add 1 on both sides. So we're going to have 3x squared minus 6x plus 1 is less than or equal to 0. Okay, I'm going to pause the video so I can get this graphed and get this done. Okay, so sine graph. We have solution at 0. Notice that this point is where it crosses from negative values to positive values. So 0 and 2. So on the left of 0 we have positive. Between 0 and 2 we have negative. And to the right of 2 we have positive values. Now it's less than, so we're going to shade below. Alright, and so our solution is going to be from 0 to 2, including 0 and 2, because the equal sign. Not too bad, huh? Let's see. Why don't you do this one for tomorrow? Remember, you need to solve it. You need to get the solutions wherever they are. It's opening up, so draw yourself a parabola wherever, okay? Do your sign graph, give me your answer. Don't forget to shade, okay? Make sure you have 5 done. And don't forget, there's also Desmos graphing calculator online. Hope you guys are having a good night. See you tomorrow. Smile.